Okay, welcome back to Sitting on a Hill. Um, I'm gonna hop right into it. Today's Torah portion is Noah. This video is gonna be a bit of a late upload, but I've been resting. I've been tired from the week, so I've just been trying to catch up on some sleep, be off my feet, and have my own personal time. So please excuse me for the late upload, but yes, let's continue on with the Torah portions. Again, this is Torah portion Noah, going from, let me see here, Genesis, Genesis 6:9 to Genesis 11:32. This is the genealogy of Noah. Noah was a righteous man, perfect in his generations. Noah walked with Elohim, and Noah brought forth 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And the earth was corrupt before Elohim, and the earth was filled with violence. And Elohim looked upon the earth and saw that it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted their way on the earth. And Elohim said to Noah, The end of all flesh has come. The end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And see, I am going to destroy them from the earth. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood. Make rooms in the ark and cover it inside and outside with tar. And this is how you are to make it. The length of the ark is 300 amah, its width 50 amah, and its height 30 amah. Make a window in the ark and complete it to an amah from above, and put the door of the ark in its side. Make it with lower, second, and third decks. And see, I myself am bringing floodwaters on the earth to destroy all flesh, in which is the breath of life, from under the Shamayim. All that is on the earth is to die. And I shall establish my covenant with you, and you shall come into the ark, you and your sons, and your wife, and your sons' wives with you. And of all the living creatures, of all flesh, 2 of each you are to bring into the ark, to keep them alive with you, a male and a female. Of the birds after their kind, and of the cattle after their kind, and of all creeping creatures of the earth after their kind. 2 of each are to come to you, to keep them alive. As for you, take of all food that is eaten, and gather it to yourself, and it shall be food for you and for them. And Noah did according to all that Elohim commanded him, so he did. And Yah said to Noah, Come into the ark, you and all your household, because I have seen that you are righteous before me in this generation. Of all the clean beasts, take with you 7 pairs, a male and his female, and of the beasts that are unclean, 2, a male and his female, and of birds of the Shamayim, 7 pairs, male and female, to keep offspring alive on the face of all the earth. For after 7 more days I am sending rain on the earth, 40 days and 40 nights, and shall wipe from the face of the earth all that stand that I created. And Noah did according to all that Yah commanded him. Now Noah was 600 years old when the floodwaters were on the earth. And Noah and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives went into the ark because of the waters of the flood, of the clean beasts and of the beasts, that are unclean, and of birds, and of all that creep on the earth. 2 by 2 they went into the ark to Noah, male and female, as Elohim had commanded Noah. And it came to be after 7 days that the waters of the flood were on the earth. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, the 17th day of the month, on that day, all the fountains of the great deep were broken up, and the windows of the Shamayim were opened. And the rain was on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. On that same day Noah and Shem and Ham and Japheth and the sons of Noah, and Noah's wife, and the 3 wives of his sons were with them, went into the ark. They and every living creature after its kind, and every beast after its kind, and every creeping creature that creeps on the earth after its kind, and every bird after its kind, every bird of every sort. And they went into the ark to Noah 2 by 2, of all flesh, in which is the breath of life. And those going in, male and female, of all flesh, went in as Elohim had commanded him, and Yah shut him in. And the flood was on the earth 40 days, and the waters increased, and lifted up the ark, and it rose high above the earth, and the waters were mighty, and greatly increased on the earth, and the ark moved about on the surface of the waters. And the waters were exceedingly mighty on the earth, and all the high mountains under all the Shamayim were covered. The waters became mighty, 15 amah upward, and the mountains were covered, and all flesh died that moved on the earth, birds and cattle and beasts, and every creeping creature that creeps on the earth, and all mankind. All in whose nostrils was the breath of the spirit of life, all that was on the dry land died. So he wiped off all that stand, which were on the face of the ground, both man and beast, creeping creature, and bird of the Shamayim. And they were wiped off from the face, and they were wiped off from the earth, and only Noah was left, and those with him in the ark. And the waters were mighty on the earth 150 days. And Elohim remembered Noah, and all the beasts, and all the cattle that were with him in the ark. And Elohim made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters subsided. And the fountains of the deep and the windows of the Shamayim were stopped, and the rain from the Shamayim was withheld, and the waters receded steadily from the earth. And at the end of the 150 days, the waters diminished. And in the 7th month, the 17th day of the month, the ark rested on the mountains of Ararat, and the waters decreased steadily until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the 1st day of the month, the tops of the mountains became visible, and it came to be at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made, and he sent out a raven, which kept going out and turning back until the waters had dried up from the earth. Then he sent out a dove from him to see if the waters had receded from the face of the ground. But the dove found no resting place for its feet, and returned into the ark to him. For the waters were on the face of all the earth. So he put out his hand and took it, and pulled it into the ark to himself. And he waited yet another 7 days, and again he sent the dove out from the ark. And the dove came to him in the evening, and see, a freshly plucked olive leaf was in its mouth. And Noah knew that the waters had receded from the earth. And he waited yet another 7 days, and sent out the dove, which did not return to him again. And it came to be in the 601st year, in the first month, the first day of the month, that the waters were dried up from the earth. And Noah removed the covering of the ark, and looked, and saw the surface of the ground was dry. And in the second month, on the 27th day of the month, that the earth was dry. And Elohim spoke to Noah, saying, Go out of the ark, you and your wife, and your sons wives with you. Bring out with you every living creature of all flesh that is with you, of birds, of cattle, of all creeping creatures that creep on the earth, and let them teem on the earth, and bear and increase on the earth. So Noah went out, and his sons, and his wife, and his sons' wives with him, every beast, every creeping creature, and every bird, whatever creeps on the earth, according to their kind, out of the ark. And Noah built an altar to Yah, and took of every clean beast and of every clean bird, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And Yah smelled a soothing fragrance. And Yah said in his heart, Never again shall I curse the ground because of man, although the inclination of man's heart is evil from his youth, and never again smite all life, as I have done. As long as the earth remains, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and winter and summer, and day and night shall not cease. And Elohim bachrach Noah and his sons, and said to them, Bear fruit and increase, and fill the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you is on every beast of the earth, on every bird of the shamayim, on all that creeps on the ground, and on all the fish of the sea. Into your hand they have been given. Every moving creature that lives is food for you. I have given you all as the green plants. But do not eat flesh with its life, its blood, but only your blood, for your lives I require. From the hand of every beast I require it, and from the hand of man, from the hand of every man's brother, I require the life of man. Whoever sheds man's blood, by man his blood is shed. For in the image of Elohim for in the image of Elohim has he made man. As for you, bear fruit and increase, bring forth teemingly in the earth, and increase in it. And Elohim spoke to Noah and to his sons with him, saying, And I establish my covenant with you, and with your seed after you, and with every living creature that is with you, of the birds, of the cattle, and of every beast of the earth with you, of all that go out of the ark, every beast of the earth. And I shall establish my covenant with you, and never again is all flesh cut off by the waters of the flood, and never again is there a flood to destroy the earth. And Elohim said, This is the sign of the covenant which I make between me and you, and every living creature that is with you, for all generations to come. I shall put my rainbow in the cloud, and it shall be for the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. And it shall be, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the rainbow shall be seen in the cloud, and I shall remember my covenant, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh, and never again let the waters become a flood to destroy all flesh. And the rainbow shall be in the cloud, and I shall see it, to remember the everlasting covenant between Elohim and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth. And Elohim said to Noah, This is the sign of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is on the earth. And the sons of Noah who went out of the ark were Shem, and Ham, and Japheth. And Ham was the father of Canaan. These three were the sons of Noah, and all the earth was overspread from them. And Noah, a man of the soil, began and planted a vineyard. And he drank of the wine and was drunk, and became uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brothers outside. So Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it on both their shoulders, and went backward, and covered the nakedness of their father, but their faces were turned away. And they did not see their father's nakedness. And Noah awoke from his wine, and he knew what his younger son had done to him. And he said, Cursed is Canaan. Let him become a servant of servants to his brothers. And he said, Baruch be Yah, the Elohim of Shem, and let Canaan become his servant. Let Elohim enlarge Japheth, and let him dwell in the tents of Shem, and let Canaan become his servant. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. So all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. And this is the genealogy of the sons of Noah: Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And sons were born to them after the flood. The sons of Japheth: Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Yawan, and Tuwal, and Meshech, and Tiras. And the sons of Gomer: Ashkenaz, and Riphath, and Togarma. And the sons of Yawan: Elisha, and Tarshish, Kittim, and Dudanim. From these, the coastland peoples of the nations were separated into their lands, everyone according to their language, everyone according to his language, according to their clans, into their nations. And the sons of Ham: Cush, and Mitzrayim, and Put, and Canaan. And the sons of Cush, Seba, and Havilah, and Sabta, and Ramah, and Sabteka. And the sons of Ramah, Sheba, and Dedan. And Cush brought forth Nimrod, and he began to be a mighty one on the earth. He was a mighty one. He was a mighty hunter before Yah. Therefore, it is said, like Nimrod, the mighty hunter before Yah. And the beginning of his reign was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. From that land he went to Ashur, and built Nineveh, and Rehoboth Ir, and Kelach, and Resen, between Nineveh and Kelach, the great city. And Mitzrayim brought forth Ludim, and Anamim, and Lechabim, and Naphtuhim, and Puthlusim, and Kasluhim, from whom came the Pelishtites, and Kaphtorim. And Canaan brought forth Tzidon, his firstborn, and Chath, and the Jebusite, and the Amorite, and the Girgashite, and the Hivite, and the Arkite, and the Sinite, and the Arwadite, and the Tzmarite, and the Hamathite. And afterwards the clans of the Canaanites were spread abroad. And the border of the Canaanites was from Tzidon, as you go toward Gerar, as far as Azah, as you go toward Sedom and Amorah, and Admah, and Tisboim, as far as Lasha. These were the sons of Ham, according to the clans, according to their languages, in their land and their nations. And also to Shem, the father of all the children of Eber, the brother of Japheth the elder, brought forth the sons of Shem, Elam, and Ashur, and Arpachshad, and Lud, and Aram. And the sons of Aram, Uz, and Hul, and Gether, and Mash, and Arpachshad, brought forth Shalach, and Shalach brought forth Eber, and to Eber were born 2 sons. The name of one was Peleg, for in his days the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Yoktan. And Yoktan brought forth Almodad, and Selef, and Chatsarmawith, and Yarach, and Hadoram, and Uzal, and Dikla, and Obal, and Abimael, and Sheba, and Ophir, and Havilah, and Yobab. All these were sons of Yoktan, and their dwelling place was from Maisha, as you go toward Sephar, a mountain of the east. These were the sons of Shem, according to their clans, according to their languages, in their lands, according to their names. These were the clans of the sons of Noach, according to their generations, in their nations. And from these the nations were divided on the earth after the flood. And it came to be, all the earth had one language and one speech. And it came to be, as they departed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said to each other, Come, let us make bricks and bake them thoroughly. And they had brick from stone, and they had asphalt for mortar. And they said, Come, let us build ourselves a city, and a tower whose top is in the Shamayim, and make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered over all the face of the earth. Then Yah came down to see the city and the tower which the sons of men had built. And Yah said, Look, they are one people, and they all have one language, and this is what they begin to do. And now they are not going to be withheld from doing whatever they plan to do. Come, let us go there and confuse their language, so that they do not understand one another's speech. And Yah scattered them from there over the face of all the earth, and they ceased building the city. That is why its name was called Babel, because there Yah confused the language of all the earth, and from there Yah scattered them over the face of all the earth. This is the genealogy of Shem. Shem was 100 years old and brought forth Arpachshad 2 years after the flood. And after he brought forth Arpachshad, Shem lived 500 years and brought forth sons and daughters. And Arpachshad lived 35 years and brought forth Shelach. And after he brought forth Shelach, Arpachshad lived 403 years and brought forth sons and daughters. And Shelach lived 30 years and brought forth Eber. And after he brought forth Eber, Shelach lived 403 years and brought forth sons and daughters. And Eber lived 34 years and brought forth Peleg. And after he brought forth Peleg, Eber lived 430 years and brought forth sons and daughters. And Peleg lived 30 years and brought forth Reu. And after he brought forth Reu, Peleg lived 209 years and brought forth sons and daughters. And Reu lived 32 years and brought forth Serug. And after he brought forth Serug, Reu lived 207 years and brought forth sons and daughters. And Serug lived 30 years and brought forth Nahor. And after he brought forth Nahor, Serug lived 200 years and brought forth sons and daughters. And Nahor lived 29 years and brought forth Terach. And after he brought forth Terach, Nahor lived 119 years and brought forth sons and daughters. And Terach lived 70 years and brought forth Abram, Nahor, and Haran. And this is the genealogy of Terach. Terach brought forth Abram, Nahor, and Haran. And Haran brought forth Lot. And Haran died before his father Terach in the land of his birth, in Ur-Kasdim. And Abram and Nahor took wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife Milcah. And the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah, and the father of Yiscah. And Sarai was barren, she had no children. And Terah took his son Abram, and his grandson Lot, son of Haran, and his daughter-in-law Sarai, his son Abram's wife, and they went out with them from Ur-Kasdim to go to the land of Canaan. And they came to Haran, and dwelt there. And the days of Terah came to be 205 years, and Terah died in Haran. And that completes Torah portion Noach. As you can see towards the end there, we'll be picking up with Abraham's story, and I'm still working out how I can, fit a kind of different Haftarah with the scriptures. Still got to plan it out a little bit better with which sections would go with what. So I'll do my best to work on that this week, and I will see you all next week. I hope you've had a restful Shabbat, and I hope you have a blessed week. And Yah willing, we'll meet again on the next Shabbat. Thank you.